Hi, everybody, and welcome back to It's Poppin. We've been off for a couple of weeks, but we're back and better.
Yes.
And we're here to check on you today. We're here to check in and see how you're doing. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to introduce us.
Yeah,
I'm Mychal, and who are you?
I'm Tesha,
Hey!
as always. Hey.
But we're here to check on you. It's like almost the middle of the semester, and so this is a good time to just be like, hey, how are you?
Exactly.
How are you doing? We see you. Thanks for seeing us. And so this show is just going to be dedicated to ways to help us maintain our mental health. That way we can remain strong students. So Tesha, can you get us started with the resources you're going to share with us today?
Well, yes, I'll tell you about 3 resources that I discovered online. The first one is for, the LGBT community, Solano Pride Center, because sometimes members of the LGBT may not know some of the, services that they have. Now, I do know that they have an LGBT group here. I don't know quite exactly what they do, but they probably have some resources as well. And mental health is a very important thing that usually get ignored, not just by LGBT, but just anyone.
Right.
Of any diversity, any religion, any nationality, it just gets ignored. It should be acknowledged. And 2 other ones that I found was called We Level Up, and also the other one was called North American Mental Health Services. And these offer a wide assortment of therapeutic activities, such as art therapy, yoga. They have groups where they discuss the different, social personality disorders. They work with PTSD, depression, anxiety, and then other, social psychological disorders. And I think that is something that we need in our communities. It's very important. It's something that does not get looked to enough. And I'm glad that we have things like, Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm glad that we have services on campus that helps us, take care of ourselves, because that's something that we just don't do enough of nowadays. And it should be brought to attention that our mental health awareness is needed. Like, we shouldn't always feel that we are enough.
Right.
Sometimes we don't feel like that. We don't appreciate ourselves enough, and we let, the struggles of life get in our way, and it stresses us out, and then we don't think about asking someone for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help,
I agree.
I just think that we should all do that. And I know you have some enlightening things to share with us today.
I do too, but I wanted to also touch on something you said, because it just sparked a thought within my mind when you were just saying that, like, mental health isn't something that's necessarily on the forefront.
Yes.
And I really do agree with that. And I've noticed it more the more that now we have like open conversations about trauma, and about how trauma affects our, like, us physically, but also mentally. And I think that it's great that we have these conversations, but I also think that sometimes we miss the mark when we talk about trauma and the effects of trauma, because then we don't talk about how to, like, heal it or like resolve it, or even like release it, because sometimes you need the remembrance of past experiences to, help catapult you to the next level of your life, but also you need to figure out how to have it not still be hurting you, so you can move forward. So I appreciate you saying that, just so that I could say that, because I think that it's really important. And I also want to say that it is really courageous to do what you have to do to heal your own trauma, whether that's seeking professional help or doing things internally within yourself that help you stay healthy mentally.
Yeah.
So that's what I came to discuss today, was just to talk about the things that you can do on your own to help maintain good mental health and balance in your life. And the first thing, and it's something that I do a lot, and that is guided meditation, or like just listening to music that is at a certain megahertz so that, you know, my vibration is in a good place. There's several resources for that. Spotify has great meditation channels, Apple Music, YouTube, and you can type in like anything that you're feeling. So like if you're feeling anxiety, there is a frequency for anxiety. There's a frequency for actual healing of your body. If you're feeling sick, there's a frequency for love. If you're in like a loving mood, there's also a frequency for sadness to help bring up your vibration. Also Native American flutes, I really enjoy those as well. So there are like a lot of different things that you can like ingest sonically that help your mind, because we're all one system. And so if your ears are feeling good, then it tells your brain's feeling good, then your brain tells your tummy and the rest of your body and all your systems. So that is one thing. Another thing is movement and physical activity, whether that's like walking or swimming, going to the gym, lifting weights, anything like that. Even sit to be fit is good. You know, like if you're rehabbing a part of your body and you can't necessarily do anything strenuous, there are like all types of resources for that. One that I specifically use a whole bunch, like you said, was yoga.
Oh yeah, I love yoga.
Just moving my body intentionally and tracking my breath and my movement in sync has done wonders for my mental health, and I know for others' mental health as well. There's lots of studies that support the idea of breath and movement work, you know, helping with anxiety and depression and even other physical ailments like your joints and tension. And we sit a lot as students, so our, you know, your lower back can be hurting. You might have a little carpal tunnel. Just stretching your body and breathing can really do a lot. Even if you work on your feet, if you're a working student, you know, just to be able to release some of that tension is really, really, really important.
It's all kinds of levels of exercise a person can do depending on their strength.
Exactly.
You know, they have low cardio, they got high cardio, and if you're not feeling the cardio, you can always do walking. Like I would prefer to do walking.
Yes.
You don't have to do everything laying on the floor,
right,
bending your joints backwards, or, you know, if it doesn't feel good to you, then you should not do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it just moving our body around, you know, we get all the energy flowing, and that makes us feel good inside.
Yeah.
I know, you know, when we were children, we would go out, have recess, and then seem like when we came back from that recess from all that playing on the playground, we seemed like we could think better.
No, it's true. Yeah,
Yes.
You need a break. You have to like clear it out, come back to whatever it is, and you'll have more clarity. So I definitely agree with that.
You have to recharge it.
Exactly. I read something the other day about walking, and if they say if you walk 12 miles a week for 30 days, like it'll change your life. And then like if you stay consistent with it indefinitely, like it'll change your life. So physical activity and movement and breath work is really, really important.
And even swimming. I don't swim, but if a person know how to swim, I think that would relieve a lot of stress.
I love swimming. And also movement in the pool doesn't have to necessarily be swimming. I do a lot of water aerobics.
And I've had that. That's really
it's
relaxing.
so good for you.
Yes.
And I found a lot of workouts doing water aerobics on YouTube. So I just set my phone up at the edge of the pool and I just do the workout, and it's great. It's low impact, great for my joints. I don't have to worry about anything hurting or like, you know.
And you can't help, when you get out of the water, you just feel so great inside.
Yeah.
You feel alive.
Yeah.
And I had water aerobics before. Well, not water aerobics, but I had water therapy and for physical therapy once, and it was so relaxing. I felt so great afterwards.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I just like everything was just wonderful in my world. When I got out that water, you just feel, you know, hopeful. You feel positive. You feel enlightened. You just want to just accomplish and, you know, strike everything.
Right.
You know,
right. Yeah.
It gave you a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
That's just from being in the water. You know, just imagine, you know, if we all had, you know, not everyone has a pool. So I don't have a pool. I don't know how to swim, but if I had one, I would take advantage of that. So if you have a pool, then you should, because
I
it
do.
really relieves the stress a lot.
Yes, agreed. And my last tip or like suggestion to help maintain great mental health is to have a grounding practice. And that could really be anything. That could run the gambit of things. Your grounding practice could be, just rubbing some pressure points
Oh yeah.
when you feel yourself getting anxious or, your stress level is raising. Doing like mudra, which is like hand placements and certain movements while you're talking to like help you feel good. But also that could be to make yourself a glass of tea, like have that be your reset, or you take a 15-minute break and you color. I bought a coloring book
Oh yeah, that's
recently.
fun.
Yeah, and that has been so helpful that like before I do my homework, I set a timer for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes and I just color. I don't like have a purpose. I just pick a page and just color, and then once the timer's done, I start working on my homework or whatever activity I wanted to work on before. But my mind is clear. I don't have like everything else that I was doing before looming over my work. Some people, their grounding practice is like cooking or like you maybe even chewing a piece of gum. Like some people have fidget spinners. Some people like putty, or the
Oh,
kids are really into slime, but they have adult putty
yes.
and like therapy putty too.
And then
So
crocheting or knitting. If a person know how to do that,
exactly.
they can do that also.
Yeah, just something that helps like get the wiggles out. Especially people that like struggle with like ADD and ADHD, like as we move deeper into adulthood, like you have to find ways to help you manage those things, especially if you don't want to medicate.
Oh, I'm sorry. It just made me think about something when you were talking about the hand. I think that I would like to look into making pottery. Have you ever went to one of those kind of classes before?
I did. I took a pottery class. I was still really, really young when I did it. So I feel like I couldn't place the benefit at the time, but I knew that every time I left the studio, I felt really good. I noticed that. Like I could take that away from it. Like, and all my stuff wasn't really good, but like I felt good. Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
that's the
like
part
I
that
did
matters.
something. It was intentional. I was focused for a set amount of time on something, which at that time in my life was really rare. So yeah, I could say I definitely concur with that for sure.
I'm looking to get into one of those classes. My daughter has done those in the past, and she suggested to me, and we may go check it out one day.
Yeah, that would be really, 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 really cool. Also painting.
Yes.
Painting,
Yes.
yeah, not just coloring, painting. Any type of
Yes.
art, even if you have like an ongoing collage or a vision board. If you like find yourself getting like escalated or feeling like you kind of need like a break and the pressure is too much, like stop what you're doing. If you feel like you don't have a whole bunch of time, even 15, 10, even 5 minutes sometimes can really do a lot to change the course of your day. And all you need is one good day to start having like all the rest of them be good.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned painting. I used to do that as a hobby. Well, I was painting birdhouses. You can go to your local Michael's
Or
any
Hobby
other craft
Lobby.
store, and I used to get birdhouses and paint them, and it was so relaxing. You get all the colors that you want to use,
I
and
can
you
only
have some music
imagine.
playing, and
Yeah.
it just like all the creative juices were coming out,
Right,
and it
right.
just relieved a whole bunch of tension that I was feeling.
Yeah, that's
So
real.
you don't have to be a Mozart or not. That's music. I'm sorry. You don't have to be a Picasso, or you don't have to be. Okay, I'm forgetting all the artists.
Monet.
Or anything.
Yeah.
You can make abstract art.
Matisse.
And yes, you don't even have to make art out on canvas. You can use, you can sculpt something. It's a lot of options that you can choose from.
Yeah.
Like with wood, metal. Depending on your creativity.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of things out of art. I mean, art can be made out of anything, basically.
Yeah.
You can look at that museum they have in San Francisco, Modern Art Museum.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good example of that.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. One thing that I forgot to mention was that on campus, they have a health center
Oh, yes.
That has resources for like mental health and things to help facilitate maintaining good mental health. A lot of their resources are outside resources, but they do have this platform that is available to all Solano students. It's called Timely,
Oh,
and it's an app, or you can access it via the website, and you just have to enroll using your Solano email address, and you can see licensed providers
and how you get this out?
virtually. You download it.
From the App Store, or do you have
Yeah,
to?
it's on Google Play,
Okay.
or the Apple, the Apple Store, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah, the
that would be
Apple
it.
App Store. And you just create your profile, and then like because you're a student, you have access to being able to see licensed provider.
That's
And
good.
yeah, I know. I thought that was really, really
I'm
cool.
glad to have that.
Because when I first started doing the research, I was like a little bummed out that they didn't necessarily like have services on campus that students could utilize. But I also realized too that when it's a bigger school, I'm sure that it's hard to keep those things, super readily available. So I
Yes.
like that you can kind of use a platform and people are available to you all the time. And then also, like I said, you can go to the health center and get outside referrals.
And that would be okay then. The 100 billion, is that correct?
The health center, I don't remember where the health center is. I know that I want to say it's like on the other side of the library. So say if you're walking out of the back entrance or exit of the library, it's right on that path, just right in front of you.
Oh, by the cafeteria.
Yes.
No, yeah, I think
the
I have
double
seen it.
doors.
Yes,
It's right
yes.
there, and I can't remember what building that is, and that's my apologies for
I
not
want to say
remembering.
1400, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, Tisha, was there anything else that you wanted to add as far as like helpful ways to help maintain our mental health and keep us encouraged as we're like pushing through to the last half of the semester?
I would just say, listen to music. Go on walks. You can go out on nature walks with your music. And that's another way that you can relieve a lot of stress. It doesn't cost you a dime.
Right.
You don't have to always pay money, for services. You can,
Exactly.
if you're not able or you don't feel comfortable with calling up a service, you can do something on your own.
Right.
And like you was telling us, about yoga, take a dance class maybe. That's another one. Or art class.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many different things you can do. And if you don't want to do that, you can just do it solo.
Yeah.
Meditate
Right. Yeah.
is
yeah.
one way that you can do it. Reading. And then if all else fails, take a nap.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's another thing you can do.
Yeah,
That
just
don't
a
cost
major
anything.
reset. Yeah, that's
Yes.
like unplugging everything. Just unplug and then start anew. I
Yeah.
agree with that. I do. A lot of like the manifestation spiritual stuff I listen to says that. Like, if it's just all going to crap, take a nap.
Yeah, because your body, it was when it's trying to tell you something, you better listen to it.
I agree.
If it tell you
yeah.
that you're tired, you better take that nap.
Yeah, just go to bed. Just be done. So that is our show for
Yes.
today. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being active in taking care of yourself. Because that allows you to take care of the other people that are a part of your tribe and community. So go out there and take care of yourself this week. Take care of yourself for the rest of the semester. And let's meet in the comments and
Yes.
see what other people are thinking and doing.
We want to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was It's Poppin', and we'll see you next time.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.